going to vote in the most important city in the world right now, Philadelphia. Yeah, I will put together the rest of the video for you guys, and it should be all about today in voting, and yesterday, in the Kamala rally yesterday. So let's talk about Election Day, and especially here in Philly, since that's what I just did. And since I didn't want to be annoying at the election or polling area, I didn't record much there. But here are some really fun streets that are nearby to the polling area. Here in Philly, it's kind of cool because you can pretty much walk just right up to the polls in most precincts. There are some precincts where it's a little bit harder to get to, but for the most part, every precinct is pretty walkable, or wards where you can vote. If you follow any of my content, it shouldn't be a surprise to you that I voted for Kamala Harris. And it's kind of annoying. Like, if you have not had a general election for the U.S. before, yes, it's like this every time, where you have to choose the least bad person. I'm sorry that the country is not perfect and things are not perfect, wonderful leftist land, but that's the case. Obviously, there's a lot of issues I have with the Democrats, and there's a lot of issues I have with Kamala. But for the most part, I think that she's a fantastic candidate, and compared to some of the past candidates we've had, she's a lot better than some of the past ones I've had, which honestly says more about the older, like, Democrats and Republican parties. But as long as it's not Trump, and the Democrats are doing a decent job at funding certain stuff like Amtrak and different transit stuff, obviously. So I'm a big fan of that. I think, like most people, we're pretty frustrated with the geopolitical stance of many of the candidates and its parties and whatnot. But yeah, it's most U.S. general elections are like this, where you have to choose the least bad. Anyway, the footage you're seeing here is the Kamala Harris rally that was hosted in Philly last night the night before the election. You'll see, yeah, it was pretty packed. The Parkway was basically full of people, and it was honestly really nice that they shut down all the roads around the Parkway. I unfortunately wasn't able to get inside, and I also really didn't want to, because it was honestly a super long wait to see both Kamala and to see Lady Gaga, because a lot of people were there to see Lady Gaga, at least for the two sets or two songs that she was going to do. So what are my predictions for after the election? Well, I think probably Kamala is going to win the election, or at least the general for the president. Now, the real question is, are the Democrats going to get the Senate? They'll probably get the House, but the Senate will probably be 50-50 or 51-49 for the Republicans. So that will be the interesting one. I will honestly be super interested in Texas if Cruz gets kicked out, and in Montana if Tester stays in office. That would be the dream, is that Tester stays in office and Cruz gets kicked out, but we'll see. Regarding the Kamala rally, there was one disappointing thing that I thought just about the city in general, is that the rally did go later than intended. It was originally supposed to go to like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., but it ended up going to about midnight. And because of that, a lot of people, I think, took SEPTA to the event and on regional rail, and there was a lot of people that ended up walking back to 30th Street. And when you got back to 30th Street, well, all of the regional rail trains, or at least most of the lines, were done for the night. And that's honestly just so insulting. I think it's extra ironic that people like Josh Shapiro, who do not support SEPTA, or at least not outwardly publicly support SEPTA, are part of the reason why SEPTA is like this. And it's very ironic that the whole Kamala rally happened, which is a whole Democratic like stronghold thing, and Josh Shapiro was also there. But all the people from the rally that took public transit, or at least took regional rail, were stranded and had to find a different way home, because idiots like him would not fund the system fully, or at least not try to expand or do more than the bare minimum. Anyway, enough about that. That's a whole nother video of rants that I could do. I should probably explain where I've been for a bit. So there's been a bit of actual legitimate reasons, which is that I've been sort of figuring out some mental health stuff. And have been bouncing back and around from different friendship, relationship things. But other than that, it's I honestly, there's been a little bit of a motivation problem about finishing certain projects. This Wendover project, which will come out, has sucked the energy out of me. And it sucks because I collabed with someone for this video, and I feel like I'm being slow and sort of letting them down because I worked with them and they put a lot of work into this stuff. So I just need to finish this stuff up. and get this stuff out. Otherwise, November, I'm trying to make November my month of catching up, because finally I got like the ADHD meds all arranged and everything, or at least back in order from before. And a lot of stuff is just finally cleared out for my schedule that I can now just do things. So I'm hoping that this November I'm able to get about a bunch of videos. And this election, I'm hopefully it will go the right direction. I have really good hopes for it. And yeah, so hopefully you guys stick around. I really enjoy the fact that there are people that watch this second channel, because that means a lot to me, because I can put out stupid stuff like that Acela music mix or whatnot and people watch it. Like, honestly, that's the most fun thing to me, not the main channel videos. The main channel videos are cool because I can like change people's opinions, but honestly, when people appreciate my editing stuff, that's more fun in my opinion, because I have fun with that too. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Also, if you're in my Discord tonight during the election night, we're going to have like a VC to chill and just talk about everything, kind of laugh about things that are happening, good or bad. So if you're in there, I will see you there tonight. Yeah, but see you guys around.